A mysterious ancient tribe gathers around a giant stone arena. Hundreds of primitive warriors are screaming. Two fighters are about to enter. Islam Makhachev walks into the ancient village wearing primitive fur clothing and leather wraps around his hands. The crowd becomes silent. Ian Garry appears from the opposite side, wearing ancient warrior clothing. He confidently looks at Islam. The ancient villagers point at both fighters and start shouting. A huge fire burns between them. An old wild-haired tribe leader climbs onto a giant stone and raises his hands. Everyone becomes silent. The leader announces the legendary challenge. Whoever wins becomes the strongest warrior of the tribe. Islam calmly looks at Ian. Ian smiles confidently and steps closer. The two fighters stand face to face. Their eyes lock. The entire ancient village watches in complete silence. Suddenly, a giant primitive bell made from a huge animal skull rings. The fight begins. Ian throws the first punch, but Islam quickly moves away. Islam grabs Ian and attempts a powerful ancient wrestling takedown. Ian escapes at the last second and rolls across the dusty ground. The crowd goes crazy. Ian jumps back to his feet and starts circling Islam like a predator. Islam suddenly charges forward. Ian tries to counter, but Islam catches him. Islam lifts Ian off the ground in a dramatic wrestling position. Ancient warriors scream in shock. Ian escapes and lands safely. Both fighters are now covered in dust. The crowd becomes divided. Half of the tribe supports Islam, the other half supports Ian. The old tribe leader suddenly looks terrified. He notices something moving behind the fighters. A giant shadow appears behind the ancient arena. Everyone slowly turns around. A massive prehistoric beast steps out of the darkness and roars at the entire tribe. The crowd runs away screaming. The ancient arena becomes completely empty except for Islam and Ian. Islam and Ian look at each other. They realize the fight is no longer between them. The giant beast charges toward them. Both fighters jump in opposite directions. Islam grabs a huge wooden spear while Ian grabs a giant stone shield. They stand side by side for the first time, preparing to fight the beast together. The beast attacks. Islam distracts it while Ian runs around behind it. Ian jumps onto the beast's back while Islam pulls a giant rope tied to a tree. The beast falls into a giant ancient trap. The entire tribe returns and celebrates. The old tribe leader raises both fighters' hands and declares them the greatest warriors of the tribe. Final twist. Islam and Ian look at each other and smile. Suddenly, the giant stone bell rings again. Another enormous beast appears in the distance. Text on screen, Round 2.